Today we are going to be talking about 9-step formula to achieve financial freedom in 2022. So the first question that we're going to ask is, what is financial freedom? Now, financial freedom is about taking ownership of your finances. You have a dependable cash flow that allows you to live the life you want. You aren't worrying about how you will pay your bills or sudden expenses, and you aren't burdened with a pile of debt. Okay, it's about you recognizing that you need more money to pay down debt and maybe increasing your income with a side hustle. Well, we'll get to that in a minute. It's also about planning your long-term financial situation by actively saving for a rainy day or retirement. So, these are the 9 game-changing financial freedom tips. Number 1, understand where you are at. You can't achieve financial freedom without knowing your starting point. Looking at how much debt you have, how much savings you don't have, and how much money you need can be depressing, really. But this is a valuable step in the right direction. So what you need to do is compile a list of all your debts. So if you have mortgage, if you're paying for a house, if you have a student loan in the name of health, car loan, credit cards, and any other debt you may have accumulated. Now, don't forget to include any money you may have borrowed from friends or family members over the years. Now, take a deep breath, okay? And another one. Then add all the numbers. How much debt do you have? If it's a big number, don't freak out. I promise I'll share some ways to pay that down later in this chart. If it's a small number, congratulations. Feel free to share your financial freedom tips down in the comments below. Okay, so next, what do we do next? Take a look at the money you have saved up. Compile a list of all your savings, saving accounts, stocks, companies, stock matching programs, company retirement matching programs, and retirement plans. Keep these numbers in mind as we work through the next few financial freedom tips. Number 2, look at money positively. And that can be, money is always looked at negatively. But for this chart, I want us to look at money positively. That can definitely be a little bit discouraging, but remember that money is a good thing, even if it seems to carry a lot of burden right now. You deserve to achieve financial freedom. Okay, according to You Are a Badass at Making Money by James and Cero, people who don't make a lot of money often feel shame when it comes to making money, which is a shame, really. And so the biggest obstacle that many people experience when it comes to making money is that they feel like they're having money, that having money is bad. So what do many people do? Many people feel guilty of having it and guiltier for wanting it. Sincero has said about money, we use it, okay? We use money in our everyday life to enhance our lives, yet we always seem to focus on the negative about it. Money is simply a necessity, like food or water. It helps you buy the things you need and live the life you want. Okay? To experience financial freedom, therefore, you're going to need to look at money as a tool to help you achieve your dreams, fuel your energy, and live a stress-free life, and a life you can enjoy. Because if you view money negatively, you will subconsciously sabotage. And this is the thing, sabotage. Say that with me, sabotage your chances of making it and keeping it. So, number 3, write down your goals. Write down your goals. It is very, very important. So, why do you need money? Do you want to get rid of debt for good? Are you desperate to escape the 9-to-5 grind? Is there a place you've always wanted to travel to? Do you need to save for a wedding, kids, or retirement? When I achieved financial freedom, it was because I tied it to an emotional goal. My goal was to get out of debt and save for my first home. my home in the village. And honestly, it was a euphoric experience watching the debt dwindle away and my saving rise. Okay? You're going to get so excited by seeing the numbers change that you're gonna want to work harder to make more money to see a bigger change in your personal finances. Number 4, track your spending. Yeah, okay? Track your what? Your spending. Cheapo, pizza, booze, women, man. An important step toward financial freedom is tracking your spending. You can use a tool like Mint, and I love this tool called Mint, okay, which will let you know how much money you're spending, which categories you have overspending, how much money is in all your accounts, well, if you have many accounts, and how much debt you have. Another cool thing about Mint is that it allows you to set goals with the dashboard, within the dashboard, I mean. You can keep track of all your goals and know the exact month you'll be expected to hit the goal based on how much money you put in. Number 5, pay yourself first. You've probably heard the expression pay yourself first, but in case you haven't, pay yourself first means putting a specific amount of money in your savings account before paying anything else. Okay, such as bills. And the act of paying yourself first has helped countless people inch closer to achieving financial freedom. What is the reason? Why? Because if you want to pay yourself $5,000 per month first, then whatever is left over needs to go towards bills. And if you don't have enough to cover those bills, then you're forced to pick up a side hustle to make up the cost. So by paying yourself first, you guarantee that you are always putting money aside to invest in yourself. By doing the opposite, however, you may get whatever is left over, okay, which usually isn't substantial enough to help you experience the financial freedom you want for yourself. Number 6, this is important, please spend less. And I'm going to tell you how. In 1958, Warren Buffett purchased a 5-bedroom home for $35,500. The interesting thing is, Buffett hasn't moved out of that house ever since. And what about his what net today? An astounding 90 billion US dollars. He can afford a bigger and more expensive home, but his frugality might well be the reason why he's one of the richest men on the planet. How about Kanye West? Kanye West, on the other hand, isn't afraid to flaunt his money. He lives in a 20 million mansion and at one point with 53 million debt. He decided to ask Mark Zuckerberg for $1 billion. $1 billion. Guess where? On Twitter. The difference between the two super successful gentlemen, Buffett didn't spend more than he needed, and West spends money he doesn't have. Interesting, right? The truth is, plenty of rich people don't look like they are rich people. Zuckerberg literally wears the same boring t-shirt, which is gray in color, and jeans every day. Buying less stuff can actually help you get richer. By spending less, 2 things work in your favor, okay? 1, you will have more money to put aside for your financial freedom. 2, you learn that actually you need a lot less stuff to survive, which also helps you to put aside more money. And this goes into the next point. Number 7, buy experiences, not things. Life is short. It's not about hoarding all your cash until you are 65. You're allowed to enjoy your life while you're alive. Ultimately, the things that help you live a more fulfilled life will be the experiences you have, not the products you own. And are the things you buy making you happier over the long term? Does the debt you have from buying a bunch of stuff make your life easier? Now let's flip the switch. What's your happiest memory? What were you doing? Who are you with? Okay, so let that sink for a minute. Let's create more memories just like that. Maybe you have a friend you love working with, or you love working out with. Invite her or him over to work out to a YouTube playlist at home for free, right? It's a date night. You want to make it unforgettable. Find a cool activity you've never done before. Own for a fraction of the price. Don't just pour your money into expensive drinks. Oh well. Life is made up of moments. The best ones come from quality time spent with friends and family. While some products can help bring you closer to your family, like weekly family video game night, most of them don't add much value. So, don't spend money you don't have to pretend that you have money. Number 8, pay off debt. I struggle with this myself, but it has to be done. If I owe you money, I am on it. So some people will tell you it is wiser to invest your money in a TV instead of paying off your debt. While paying someone else isn't as glamorous as having money in the bank, it does bring you closer to financial freedom. There are two main methods of paying off your debt: snowball and avalanche. Snowball is when you pay off the smallest debt first. Avalanche is when you pay everything out at once. Paying off a big debt lifts a massive weight off your shoulders. After paying off your debt, you will see the amount of money you have left, even if it is little. It's an awesome feeling watching the number climb, even if you had to watch it fall at the beginning. And it keeps you motivated to continue growing it. This is important. This is the one that we are going to. Number 9, create additional sources of income, okay? So at this point, you're probably thinking, my debt is a lot more than my salary. How can I pay it off if I don't make enough? If you're serious about financial freedom, you've got to sacrifice some blood, sweat, and tears. Your 9 to 5 might not cut it. If that's the case, you need to step it up and look for money outside of your current job. Which is not difficult, but it has to be done. Some experts recommend having 7 streams of income. Oh, that's a lot. Become a freelance writer, finding jobs on ProBlogger. That is something that you can do. Help a business owner as a virtual assistant with jobs on Upwork. You can do that. Okay? Acquire new skills via online courses for entrepreneurs and monetize. You can also become an Uber driver. People don't think that's a good job, but it is really a good job on the side. You can also help your household task on TaskRabbit. I have tried it. It works. Pick up the odd occasional job on, these websites that you see every day and more. If you don't have a lot of time to devote to earning income, you can focus on increasing your income streams with passive incomes, like you can start a dropshipping online store with Shopify. Okay? You can also start your own custom clothing business and put it on Shopify or any other place, like, any other place where people sell stuff. You can sell profitable content, like, blog, ebooks, courses, webinars, audiobooks, podcast, apps, etc. You can do that. These are some of the ways that you can help yourself achieve financial freedom. And I know that there are people out there that are watching this video that have achieved financial freedom. So, I'm gonna ask you guys that you can leave comments on how you did it so that we learn together.